All right, here we go. So, get my pen here. Lesson 10. Oh, that's blue. Lesson 10. 7-6. No, come back.
So cute, it's a dog.
That was my dog when he was a puppy. Lesson 10, page 43 is where we're at. So go ahead and open up your book. Page 43, then you can follow along as I'm going through.
Can you show me it again?
I can show you at the end. So example 3, or not example 3, we have 3 examples that we're going to be going through.
3?
Yes, page 43 is where we're at. Page 43. So for today, as you can see, our homework, we have page 45, A through D, so not that many letters to do, and then numbers 1 through 23 odd. So just a little bit over 10 problems today. So not too bad of homework for today.
Not at all.
Not bad at all. You guys should have enough time to get that done. We are on page 43. Page 43. So we have a new vocab term, and that vocab term is called a sequence. So a sequence is an ordered list of numbers, and those numbers are called terms. So I'm going to write out my sequence here. So I'm going to have 5, 10, 15, 20, so on and so forth, and that'll go on forever. So this right here, this whole number line that we have going on, this is called a sequence. And then each of those numbers is referred to as a term. So 5 right here, that's a term. 10, that is also a term. And what I would, if I was getting more specific, 5 would be what is called my first term. 10 is called my second term. 15, what do you think it's called, Brady? That would be my third term. Grace, what would be 20? My fourth term, yep. And then so on and so forth. Talon, what would come next after 20? 25, yep.
35, 40.
Exactly.
45, 55, 65.
Exactly. Yep, I'm glad you guys got your 5s down. All right, Brady, that's enough. That's enough, buddy. So, example 1, I'm glad you know your 5s. Example 1, I know, I can tell. Example 1, describe the following sequence as an addition sequence or a multiplication sequence. So, there's 2 different types of sequences, addition and then multiplication. So an addition sequence is what we just did. It's all constant, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's going add by 5 every single time. Here's an example of a multiplication sequence. We have 1, we have 3, 9, 27, and what would be our next term? So first off, how did we get from 1 to 3? Talon, how did we get from 1 to 3? Yep, I took 1 times 3, and that equals 3. So Brady, how did I get from 3 to 9? What'd you say? No. So you're taking 3 times 3. So each number there, you're multiplying it by 3. 9 times 3 is going to be 27. 27 times 3, I'm going to do that right here because, frankly, I'll be honest, I can't do that in my head. 27 times 3. So let's start with 3 times 7, that's going to be 21. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So 81 would be my next number.
And then 81 times 3.
Exactly, and you would just go on and on in the sequence. So Brady, what type of sequence is this called? Addition or multiplication sequence?
Multiplication.
Multiplication sequence, and that's because we're multiplying. Good. Good, good, good. So that is example number 1. Okay, let's try example number 2 on page 44. Example number 2 on page 44. Example numero dose. All right, think of a whole number, then double that number. Is the answer even or odd? Okay, so Talon, can you think of a whole number for me? Any whole number.
How many palms are we going to?
2, perfect. That's what I would have picked, 2 or 1. All right, so we thought of a whole number. Now we need to double that number. Brady, what is 2 doubled?
Well, what kind of double?
So the only way we double anything. How do you double something, Talon? You multiply it by 2, right? So 2 times 2, that's going to give me 4. So this is asking, is the answer even or odd? Grace, is it even or odd? Even. Is there any scenario where my answer would be odd?
No.
Can you think of any scenario? No. Even if I took an odd number like 3 and I doubled it, 3 times 2, that's just going to give me an even number of 6.
Someday it's possible.
Nope, it is not possible. 0 plus 1? Well, you're not doubling it at that point then.
0 times 1.
Well, you're not doubling it then.
0 isn't considered even or odd.
It's not a whole number.
Wait, 1 times 1.
Okay, so
1 times 1.
that is example 2. Then we have a couple more, our last 2 vocab terms of this lesson. Bless you. Bless you. Our last 2 vocab terms are Fahrenheit and Celsius scale. What do we use here? What do we mostly use here in America, Grace? Fahrenheit or Celsius? We use Fahrenheit. Everywhere else around the world, what do they use, Brady?
Celsius.
They use Celsius, yep.
They use salt.
Here in America, we just want to be different. We're special. We're definitely odd here in America.
No, we're special.
But America's great. All right, example 3. What temperature is shown on this thermometer? Okay, so we're looking at a Fahrenheit thermometer, and that is because it shows an F next to the listed numbers. So we have 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is on page 45 if you guys don't see where I'm at. We have 10 degrees Fahrenheit. And then at the very top, we have 20 degrees Fahrenheit is all this one lists. So where is that, where's it at on that scale? What's it look like? Yeah, Brady? How did you get 98? Do you see where I'm at? Yeah, you might be on the wrong one. Let me come over there and see what you're looking at. I'll show you up here on the board why it is that. So we have 1 mark there, another mark there, another mark there, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm doing my best at drawing it on here. And so our mark goes up to, so right here. So everything down here is all filled in. Okay, so if we were to look 0 to 10, if we were to label those tick marks, if we did just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we wouldn't be able to reach 10. So let's try by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, and then it hits 10. So that's why the answer is 4 degrees Celsius. Or 4 degrees Fahrenheit, sorry. It is not. That'd be a little, quite a bit different. So that is how we are going to be reading thermometer scales. All right, so that is all I have for you guys for notes. So go ahead and you guys have, so on page 45, A through D, all those. So not very many. And then you're going to do 1 through 9. Wait, what does that say? 1 through 23 odd. Yes, what's your question?
Because someone was,
Oh, so the reason that it's cracked like that on letter D is because it's skipping everything that's down below.
someone broke it and thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, it's skipping all the numbers that's lower than there. So it makes the thermometer shortened. That's why it does that.
We broke 1,000.
Yes, Johnny, I'll come help you in just a sec.